Plinthos, you're here. I was literally setting up to to stream. Let's adjust. There we go. Look, we've already got it set up. Man, I was about to go to sleep, guys. I haven't gone through this. 7.36a just came out. I finished recording a video on Gree and editing it about an hour ago. An hour and a half at this point. I was just resting. They better not have changed it. They better not have changed it. All right. Let's see what we got. Late night stream, 7.36a. I don't know if we'll make a video tonight. Usually I try to make a video on these things, but we streamed, we made a video, we streamed again, we made another video. Maybe. We'll see. Jupiter, don't knock that down. Hold on. Jupiter, get down. Don't make me get up, young man. Young man! There's enough going on, Jupiter. No knocking stuff over. Can't control me, old man. Fine, get out. This is still kind of small for you guys, isn't it? How's this? Is this better? What's up? Windrider Space Panda 20xxx Ditech Gaming. Hey, we get some new faces a little bit. I know we're not usually streaming at this hour. Okay, let's do it. Jupiter has been removed. 7.36a out. Let's go. Force staff and similar abilities can no longer be used on leashed targets. So this is something we noticed, and I guess they meant to put it in the previous patch. And I wasn't sure if it was a bug. Cats, boyos. It ain't zooming time. It's patch time. Settle down. I guess it just wasn't documented, but it was an intended change. So Slark Pounce is the biggest. I was gonna say nerf. It's a buff to Slark. It's a nerf to everyone else who has to deal with Slark's bullshit. All right. I mean, it's just the way we're gonna have to get used to it now. So I guess any leash. I'm trying to think. Is there one that is like particularly bad? Nature's? Does this mean you can't force staff out of the trees anymore? He still has that talent, right? Oh, you guys see like the zoomed in version? Hang on. Oh, we don't even need to change it. We don't even need to change it. Hang on. I'll just make sure everything is in screen for you guys. I'm going to give him a 4 staff. And I need level 20. He can't 4 staff. Interesting. Can I 4 staff him? I can't use it on him either. Interesting. Getting stuck in Sprout's actually a pain. 4 staff is one of the better ways to deal with it, because you can't carry Quelling Blade forever, you know? So being able to like have 4 staffs on the team to get you out of Sprout and then Slark Pounce, that's a big deal. Coil you can just like walk out of. You didn't want to 4 staff a lot of the times anyways, but I'm trying to think like what other leashes. I guess like Time Zone is a big pain too. Interesting that it counts as a leash. Yo, Subsidian. Oh, wait. There we go. Sorry, it's because I was pinging everyone that the patch was out, so I didn't see the extra warning. There we go. Ping's out now. Thank you. Subsidian is, I was just going to go to sleep, guys. I haven't seen the patch out. Subsidian sent it to me. All right, looks like a whole bunch of bug fixes. I don't think we have to read through all of this. Using flipped damage values. I didn't even notice that. So a bunch of crash fixes and then a bunch of bugs, it looks like. I don't think we need to read through all of this, especially because they're all now fixed. Gree tooltip, what changed about it? It better just be the tooltip. Don't make me adjust my video, please. I don't love my thumbnail for it, but the video's done. The deed is done. Pack rat being able to share moon shards. There's a whole bunch of different bug fixes. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Oh, okay. Gree passive fixed in turbo. Thank God. Hopefully that means he's not changed. Item changes. Eternal Shroud. Base magic resistance decreased by 5%. Sick. Eternal Shroud's pretty good. It's just like too powerful versus magic resistances. Ricky, what's up? I know, man. I'm tired, but it's my job. We're here. It's not that weird. When I worked as a I want to complain, but I can't even, right? Because when did we start the stream? I started it about 13 hours ago. We streamed for, oh no, a little later actually. 12. We started later today, like 12 hours ago. We streamed. I made a video. I stopped for an hour. Now we're back here. But actually, that's not that crazy. When I worked as a process engineer, actually, it is crazy, but it was normalized, which is maybe not the best. But as a process engineer, when I had to go to trial, not like legal trial, like production trials at factories, sometimes those are really long. And like work hour wise, it balances out. Like I do less later when the trial's over. But at the trial, sometimes you're in the factory for like a really long time that I don't think I'm supposed to legally be in a factory because it's kind of a dangerous setting for like a certain amount of time. Or I think there's like a safety guidance against it. But if you're the only one on the team who's there, then you kind of have to be there. So I was at some factory trials for a very long time. So this is in the comfort of my own home. I can't I'm not complaining too much on it. All right. Story time. Let's go back. Abaddon. I think he was doing well with the patch. The passive not needing 4 hits to proc and you just always have it, a reduced version, but you always have it, I think is pretty good. So what? The facet nerfed. Looks like 25 off at max level. And the amount it absorbs also decreased. Okay. Curse of Avernus, attack speed slow reduced. Oh, quite a lot, actually. 15 to 10 is not a huge deal at level 1. So maybe for support Abaddon, this is not the biggest deal. But at max level, especially for core Abaddons, who I'm not fully sure because all this stuff was new, but I think they were like maxing the passive is something core Abaddons used to do. I actually don't know if it's like currently. But 20 is a big deal at that point. What are you guys doing? What time is it? It's 12:45 here. Your dinner, your midnight snack's about to come out. They have automatic feeders. And then what? Aghanim Scepter trigger damage is reset after Mist Coil is fired. I don't understand what that means. Anytime an ally takes more than 525 damage. Sorry, I know you guys can't see this because we're zoomed in usually. I'm just like reading the eggs again. I'm not really sure what this changes exactly. Aghanim Scepter trigger damage is reset. So the way the current Ags works, or like I guess old Ags now, I thought it worked, is that I think, what did I just read? 525 damage? When your ally takes 525 damage within 1200 range, ally... Anytime an ally... Is it cumulative? I don't know. When an ally takes more than 525 damage, it activates. So maybe what it is, actually, here's probably what it is that, let's say Sven crits them for 2,000 damage. It probably activated like 3 different times, and then the 4th activation is really close to activating again. But now that 2,000 crit probably only activates once, and then it resets back to 0, and now you have to hit him like another 525 damage. That's my guess. Which That is a nerf. I'm trying to think of how often you run into that much overkill, though. Like, Sven crits are some of the highest in the game. PA is another one. So, like, big hitters or big nukers, too, like maybe Lina. But a lot of damage tends to be lower, so there's less overkill on this, if we're reading the way it works correctly. So it's a nerf, but it may not be the biggest deal depending on the matchups, but it could be a big deal depending on the heroes. Thanks for being awake in my time zone. Hey, yeah, I'm glad we can have new people show up, because I know I don't usually stream at this time anymore. But I'm happy to see all the new faces. Okay, let's see. Ancient Apparition. We didn't get to try him yet. Death Rhyme on Chilling Touch reduced from 2 to 1. So it's just always 1 now. Man, I wanted to try him. Damn, too slow. Arc Warden. Tempest double, bonus incoming damage. Bonus incoming, bonus damage when far away, reduced from 75% to 60%. This is a buff, because his clone takes more damage when it's not near him. So it was taking 75% bonus damage, and now it's reduced to 60% bonus damage, I believe, if this bonus incoming bonus damage, if we're reading this correctly. Okay, Axe. Axe was he was doing really well. Coat of Blood. What? These aren't both innate abilities, right? Is this supposed to represent his facets? No, Coat of Blood is the innate ability. I don't know why One Man Army also has this icon, and then hovering over it. Oh, you guys can't see it, but I hover over it, and then it shows like innate ability, but it also says Coat of Blood again. I don't know. That must be like a weird bug. Coat of Blood now levels with Culling Blade. Armor gain per kill reduced from 1 to 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 1.0. I wonder if this is retroactive. I'm guessing it's not. Should we test? Let's read the rest before we bother. One Man Army. This is one of his facets. Strength increase reduced from 60% to 50% of Axe's armor. Okay, this was a pretty good one. It meant, like, in the laning stage, anytime the 4 support left, Axe was a little bulkier, so it helped protect him in that time. Other times, he, like, blink initiates, so he's going in first, and some extra health just makes his life easier, like, in those moments before the rest of his team shows up. It's still good, I think. 50% is just probably a little bit more in line with the balance. 10 talents, move speed per active, battle hunger reduced a little. Okay, and battle hunger slow reduced from 12 to 10. Okay. Let's do a quick hero demo. Let's see if this is retroactive armor gain. So our first kill should be 0.4. .4 armor harvested by Axe's axe. And this levels with our ultimate, right? So now we level our ultimate, and it's still... No, now it says 0.6. Okay, and so we kill him, and now it's 1.2 armor. Okay, so it is retroactive. Okay. He's doing well. These nerfs are fair, I think. In fact, it maybe should be a little bit more, but I guess we'll see. Bat Rider, Smoldering Resin no longer works on wards or couriers. This is passive, right? Or his innate ability that Bat Rider's attacks apply a debuff that deals 15% of attack damage every 1 second for 2 seconds. I didn't know it worked on wards and couriers. In fact, I don't think I've even seen a Bat Rider. No, I had one in my game. I hadn't seen much Bat Rider. I hadn't played him yet, so I didn't even know. Stoked now scales with Flaming Lasso. Spell amplification rescaled from 8% to 2468. Movement speed rescaled from 10 to 468, 10%. And Stoked is one of the facets, right? Yes. The one where you gain stuff as you damage enemies. Okay. Sticky. Oh, sticky napalm no longer grants vision. Why would they do that to him? Was he that good? What was his win rate? That feels like a big nerf. Why did they touch that? That seems so weird. I don't I'll be honest, guys. I don't understand Bat. His win rate is like 44%. Why did they do it to him? Did I miss something? Is one of these supposed to be a buff? His win rate's not that good. He's a little bit of a harder hero, so his win rate's not usually that great, but I'm pretty shocked on that. I feel like Batrider is constantly bouncing around in like what his abilities do. And a big part of it is because Lasso is so hard to bounce around. Like the fact that you can like BKB Pierce, reposition someone is extremely powerful. And he's always been super difficult to balance because of that. And that is like the one defining feature they try to keep. And so everything else gets changed like all over the place to be like, what magic combination works to balance a hero that can reposition a BKB target at will, you know? But like it's constantly moving over the place, and now his vision game is like a little sad. This is sad for support Batrider. I don't think core Batrider cares as much, which maybe that's what this suggests is like stop playing support Batrider, go play core Batrider that we just nerfed. I don't know. Chen, summon convert, creep health increase from 200 plus 80 per Chen level to 220 plus 8, 20 more health. Okay, sure. I don't know. I don't think Chen was doing well with his changes. 20 more HP for the creep does not seem like a huge amount. Crystal Maiden, she was doing well. Frozen Expanse, now tied to Freezing Field instead of Arcane Aura. Oh, I didn't even know that. Frozen Expanse cast range bonus rescaled from 50, 75, 100, 125 to 75, 100, 125. But I don't get any until I get my first ultimate point. Expanse AoE bonus rescaled. Expanse AoE bonus now only applies to Crystal Maiden. What does that even do then? Crystal Nova's bigger. Crystal Clone maybe. Are the freezing field meteorite smashes larger? Just for herself, I feel like the AoE cast range is like meh. The fact that it doesn't help teammates is kind of like, what's the other one? Cold Comfort. Maybe that one will be a better comparatively now. Sorry, I know some of the stuff I'm showing doesn't pop up, but she was, that's fine. I think she had like a 55% win rate. Nerfing it a little is fine. But I feel mainly this is like a cast range buff now. And you no longer get it in the lane. Because a lot of times you were taking Arcane Aura at like level 2, 3, or 4. And so you would get cast range, like 50 extra cast range, like right off the bat. Now you don't get it till level 6, which is, you know, she lived before with that, so you'll be fine in the lane. But that part is sad. It especially helps with like securing range creeps from as far back as possible in dangerous lanes. And so she'll be like 50 range closer, which, I mean, sounds small, and it kind of is. But at the same time, like, that stuff adds up. Dark Willow, Thorny Thicket Facet no longer increases spell amp. It was overtuned, guys. The amount of brambles it summons is nuts. So the fact that it then also acted as a spell amp was pretty crazy. So I think that's fine. I think just the increased amount of brambles is already really good. Death Prophet, suppress, silence move speed, slow, increased by 5%. And then Spirit Collector, now triggers from hero deaths globally instead of in a 2,000 radius. Wait just a minute. This is much better now, I think. Yes. Okay. So here, let's switch to, let me show you guys. Death Prophet was a big, like, she dropped a lot. And it's because I think the idea here is kind of cool, but it was really impractical. So Previously, people needed to be nearby. I'm just going to use Beastmaster as an example. I would like to point out that your spirits typically do 64 damage. So with this spirit collector facet, it goes up to like 93 to 100 damage. So it's kind of like one of the spirits has double damage, but just one of them. So like, here's our Beastmaster spirit, right? So it's like, it's such a weird facet when it's difficult to get the spirits, because like I have one spirit that does a little bit more damage. Now when people die in it, it's like cool, but then you lose it, right? So that's why I think changing it to global is really good. I need this exorcism to end. I think changing it to global is a lot better, because now you can just be like doing your thing in the mid lane and your off lane is kicking ass and they're killing like, they kill. I wonder if it's retroactive. Here, we can find out actually. Reset. Bop them. Oh, they're all over here. I'm actually within the 2,000 radius, but whatever. Oh, yeah, it's building up here. Spirit Collector. Yeah, keep getting them, Beastmaster. So, like, you know, their lane is just feeding over here. And now your Death Prophet reaches level 6. And now you've got, like, 5 spirits who are... Oh, yeah, look at that. Now we're talking. All right, I think this facet just got a lot better because of this. Yeah, I like that. All right, I think that's much better. And it looks like Suppress got better, which that's the other facet. So support Death Prophet probably takes this. I don't know why it's like written differently, just classic patch notes, but this is her other facet. That's probably better for support Death Prophet, but I don't know, actually, now that I think about it, this might just straight up be better. Well, I don't know, 30% slow per silence is actually quite nice. I don't know, but I at least think this is a lot better. Disruptor. Kinetic fence, formation delay reduced by 0.35. Is regular kinetic field still? Yes. All right, so this forms way faster. Glimpse can now be used on Lone Druid Spirit Bearer. Okay, fun. Kinetic fence is like much more... It's a really interesting concept, but the fact that kinetic field trapping people in your ult is like so good. So kinetic field now being a line is much harder to use. There are cases where the situation is like really good, but I still think it's like really tough to use compared to the ease of kinetic field ultimate. So I do think it needs buffs like this. I don't really know if this is enough, but I think we good. Dragonite. Ah, damn, we didn't even get to try support Dragonite yet. Corrosive dragon damage per second reduced by 5 at all level. Damn. Fire dragon cleave increase. Oh, maybe we can still try carry Dragonite though. Ah, nuts. Ah, that's a lot of damage to lose. Man. Didn't even get to try it. Oh, well. We can still try it with the Frost Dragon, maybe. Earth Spirit, Stepping Stones. Ending Rolling Boulder creates a Stone Remnant in front of Earth Spirit. Stepping Stones, Stone Remnant mana cost reduced from 15 to 0. I didn't even know Stone Remnant had a mana cost. I don't think it does it? It was only with this facet? That's so weird. Why did they give it to him? Elder Titan, Momentum, move speed as attack speed increased from 20% to 30%. That's a big chunk. That's a 50% improvement. All right, that might be... We might be getting some, like, carry ET stuff. Enchantress, Nature's Attendance buffed a little. this should make it a little more likely that you're willing to level up Nature's Attendants, which works with her first facet, the uncontrollable, overprotective wisps, whatever it's called. It's my mom. I know that's not my mom, Joy K, because my mom's already asleep. She wouldn't be awake to tell me it's too late for my bedtime. How about that? Gyrocopter. Afterburner rocket barrage movement speed only increased by hitting heroes. Oh, it wasn't only heroes? I didn't know that. It worked on creeps. That's actually kind of useful for carry Gyrocopter. You can rush around to different jungle camps faster. I didn't know that. That's kind of cool. Well, it's gone now, but it was cool. Huskar. Base armor increased by 1. Berserker's Blood, max attack speed increased, 10 more attack speed at level 1, and then what? Oh, it's just 10 flat all levels. The speed run has been revolutionized, guys. Huskar, 1 more armor, 10 more attack speed. Time to go reduce the speed run by 5 seconds. He was a big loser of the patch. The fact that he took away mana is like an interesting idea, but didn't really feel like it gave him enough. And his facets don't feel that good, but he's now stronger in the lane, so that's good for a hero dominator like Huskar. Okay, Jug. He was pretty much the highest win rate and very, very good. Omni Slash. Bonus damage reduced by 5. Okay. Blade Fury damage per tick decreased by 5. Does someone know how often this thing ticks? Is it half seconds? It doesn't say on the skill. Oh, it's by attack speed. You're right. You're right. Okay, well, it'll do less damage. I'm just not sure how often it ticks in a spin, but however many times it ticks is like the addition. Like 5 doesn't sound like a lot, but if it's like, oh, it ticks 5 times, that's like 25 less damage. But I think it can actually do more, right? Or like once you level it up, once you're like high level, spin does like way more than that. But like in the early game, I don't know where it exactly it is, but this will add up. I should check it. He's like the most broken hero. How can I not like look into it a little bit, right? Okay, how's the level 1? How many times are we ticking level 1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Damn. What? 11 ticks at level 1? Really? So we lost like 55 damage. Actually, that's quite significant. It's much more than I thought. What did I say? I said like 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow, I didn't know it did 11 ticks at level 1 with no items. What about when you're like level 20? I don't know if I counted that properly. I think I counted like 13. That's interesting. How come it didn't scale up that much? I guess I don't have any items. Okay, that was a lot more. Okay. So that's a more... It's 5 damage, but it's 55 at level 1 and even more as the time goes on. Okay, okay. Where do I need to go again? 7.36A. Okay. Swift Slash mana increased. Okay, Jug doesn't have a huge mana pool, so that's kind of good. And the cast range is reduced. That's good to prevent his kiting a little bit. Or like it was what helped him deal with kiting because he's like so fast and then he can like Swift Slash from afar and then he's like right back on top of the target. So now it's a shorter attack range or cast range. Blade Form. Is this actually his innate ability? No, this is one of his facets. Linger duration reduced from 3 to 2, and agi per stack. Okay, that's fair. This number seemed kind of busted. So this is reducing how many... Or you can get 10 stacks, and previously it was 30 base agility for 3 seconds. during the linger, and now it'll be 20 base for just 2 seconds, which is still good. I still think, even with these number changes, I still think Jug sounds strong, even with this 20 talent nerf as well. Okay, Legion. Tone, I haven't read it yet, guys. The Stonehall shield, whatever it's called, that thing's got to be reduced by like over 50%, I think. Or some other scaling limitation. It is like way too strong. Stonehall plate. Damage to barrier reduced from 100% to 50. Okay. No longer grants barrier from damaging illusions. Okay. That's how busted this thing was, guys. They just reduced this by 50% as attempt to like balance it. This was nuts. So this is a really necessary nerf. She had way too much damage barrier. It's still probably really high, but only when you have like a lot of heroes and creeps. It was just insane. Aghanim shard radius increase during duel reduced by 50. Okay. Aghanim scepter cooldown reduced from -20 to -10. Okay. Jug is still busted. I definitely think he still looks good. I will say, like, these are a lot of nerfs added up, which means he'll be hit in different parts. So I don't think he's gonna go into like bad carry or anything like that. But I'm curious to see like how much his percentage drops when it's like, oh, you missed some early kills, oh, you missed some late game kills because you don't have the mana or you can't reach it. Like, it kind of adds up, you know. So I'm curious how much he'll drop, or maybe it's like not enough, you know. Leshrac Chronoptic Nourishment now has 50% mana restoration penalty when attacking creeps. I didn't know it didn't have a reduction against creeps. That seems whack. Why did Jug become broken in this patch? Wasn't he terrible in 7.35? So he wasn't considered amazing, but he had some situations where he was like decent.
Stream. Yay, well played. Applause.
Hey, practice man. I know, man. I was about to sleep and then the patch came out. I gotta be here, you know? Jug became really good because of... Here, let's go to him. So in 7.36, everyone got like the innates and facets, right? But his is like he got damage amp on any target that's facing him, which if you're trying to fight Juggernaut, like especially like carries 1v1, it means he always had 10% extra damage versus those targets. Like the only one who could fight back would be like Bristleback, you know? And then it always applies during Omni Slash, so that's really good. Both facets were pretty strong. Now nerfed. He got a strong Dispel on Blade Fury, so it's way harder to like chain control him out of the spin. I actually don't know the math on Blade Dance. I didn't do it yet. This got nerfed a little bit to compensate for this, but it clearly wasn't enough. So it's like a combination of all of this, as well as I imagine a shuffle on the popular heroes, but I didn't really get a chance to deep dive. Oh no, we accidentally spoiled ourselves on like some of the ending. I don't think I saw Witch Doctor though, thank goodness, because I'm not redoing that video right now. But that's why. Okay, Lifestealer, not doing well. Unfettered, facet, magic resist increased by 10%, status resist increased by 10%. Oh, that was his replacement to Rage. Right. I was like trying to remember what this was for a bit. This is an interesting one. Definitely curious to see how it plays out, but I haven't really seen much Lifestealer yet. The fact that you just have an ability that you can use to... It's a strong Dispel that you can use while disabled, which is a really interesting concept compared to Rage, which you have to use ahead of time, but then it's like the debuff immunity during. So it's a really interesting contrast, which I like, but it's just... Rage is such a part of the hero, it's hard to imagine him without it. So I do think this will probably need some buffs, which we're starting with 10%. We'll see. Lina, new level 25 talent is applied by Dragon Slave, Light Strike Array, and Laguna Blade. Last 3 seconds. What was her level 25? Laguna Blade, damage into barrier, or 150% crit on targets affected by spells. New level. Which one was the new one? Oh, I guess this one. Plus 150 crit on targets affected by Dragon Slave replaced with all spells. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. So she essentially does not need to buy a Daedalus, right? I mean, I know Daedalus crits higher than 150, but I mean, a 150 guaranteed crit is already good, right? So you might as well just buy some other damage item that either lets you attack faster or increase your base damage, which Daedalus actually does do a lot of base damage. Or not base damage, but just like raw damage. And you sometimes crit higher. So maybe Daedalus is like still the play. I don't know. Unfettered is awful. You dispel a stun and just get straight stunned again. So maybe it needs like a lower cooldown. Looking at it, it's 17 seconds cooldown. Well, isn't this just like Ursa? Isn't Unfettered just Ursa ult with the, what is it? The Aghanims, the shard? I forget what part gives it to him, where you can now cast Enrage. Like, aren't we getting there? But instead of damage reduction, it's just the magic resistance, and it's also the status resistance. But also at a lower cooldown. Although the Ursa Enrage is not a very high cooldown once you're like, you have the items. Yeah, I'm not saying it's not worse, but it's like a similar idea, right? And I think, I don't know, I'm interested to explore it. I think they probably do need to give it more, but I am interested to see how it plays out for Lifestealer. Lone Druid, Unbearable. Was this the good one or the bad one? The bad one. Okay, Unbearable. Entangling Claws and Bear Form cooldown reduction increased from 50% reduction to 75% reduction. Entangling Claws and Bear Form chance increased from 20 to 30%. Okay. Yeah, I think Facet 2 on Lone Druid was not good. So, buffing it up a little bit. Okay, reverse polarity definitely seemed like a meme. So let's see. Effect radius increased from 600 to 700. Maximum push distance increased from 700 to 850. And the cooldown reduced by 20. So I like the idea of reverse polarity, but it definitely does not go with Magnus's kit of what he's known for, which is that you would RP people, group them up, which allowed you then to hit with all AoE spells, which Magnus had Skewer, Shockwave, 2 AoE spells to like push everyone reposition, hit them with the AoE, and a Cleave, which he could use on himself or his allies, right? So it makes total sense to like bring them all together with RP. And then you can like horn toss them, you refresh, alt them again, skewer, horn toss, right? Like pulling them all together made sense. Reverse polarity needs to be really buffed because you kill your entire synergy with reverse polarity by pushing everyone apart. And now you can't skewer push people and like refresh and like skewer them again. You can't horn toss the people you have reverse polarityed. You can't hit them all with your shockwave. Your cleave doesn't work, right? So when I read reverse polarity, it's like, it's a cool idea, but it's so anti-synergy. What I think it needs to do is, I like this lower cooldown, and I also think maybe reduce the stun. Like, continue to lower the cooldown and reduce the stun. And maybe support Magnus uses reverse polarity as a way to protect and disrupt fights. Protect like a sniper type hero, which is like, you just need to keep them away from sniper. So rather than using reverse polarity and you like stun them, but they're still near sniper, you're like reverse polarity, shove them really far away from the sniper again, shove them away from your drow. They try to come back in, you skewer them away. They then like force staff past you, you like shockwave, try to pull them back, you horn toss, pull them back, right? So like a change of the style, rather than the initiator group them up, you're like the protector. but I feel like you can still be the protector with regular reverse polarity. And that's why I feel like reverse polarity really needs a buff to make it make sense. Make it global. I'm not sure like what else I would add to it. I do think these are in line with the idea that I had for it, but I don't know if it's enough. Because reverse polar this hero is so good. It has one spirit, TIs and tournaments. So many people go to it anytime it's decent, right? Because the synergy combo is insane. So to self-grief yourself by taking reverse polarity, like reverse polarity has to be really good or offer something really unique. And I don't know if we're like there yet with this. Meepo lost 10 move speed. Okay, I didn't even know. Solar Flare, 4 more seconds of duration. Does that mean it can go even higher? Because there's no max on this, right? Ooh, okay. Oh, sorry, you guys can't even see it. Here. Solar Flare. So, what does this give now? Let's just do max level. So, 16 attack speed every second, right? And we just went from 14. Where's my calculator app? Oh, God. Guys, it's late. Please, I can't do math. Where's my calculator? I should have just opened up an Excel sheet, actually, because I'm sure there's other math we'll have to do. So we just went from 224 attack speed to now 288, which is not like an insane difference, but you are keeping that 244 or higher attack speed for 4 more seconds, which 18 seconds is a good amount of time to take like a pretty long fight, I would say. So we're getting there. I can see this being like, it's getting better and better. Oh, it reaches max after 8 seconds? Okay, I take it all back, guys. I take it all back. Let's remove the max. Let's remove the 8-second max. Buff that up. Move that to like 10, 12 seconds. So you keep what? Like 100-something attack speed then? That's no wonder why it's not good. Max at 8 seconds. Daytime vision bonus increases 3 times faster than the attack. No, just make the other ones faster. 128. I mean, that's like a moon shard. Keep a moon shard performer. I mean, I guess that's good. I think they should buff that number up a little bit too still. I don't know. I don't think it's doing very well. I didn't get to see it that often though, so I won't be too harsh on it yet. Okay, Morphling's in the dumpster. Waveform mana cost down by 15. Now attacks all targets it goes through with 50% of Morphling's attack damage by default. Does not apply on hit effects. He's just getting this for... Wait, what's the talent change then? Okay, waveform attacks targets replaced with plus 50% waveform attacks damage and applies on hit effects. That's wild to me to give him this. I guess he kind of needed it because he didn't really get anything through all these innates and facets. Like, his innate ability and one of his facets, I think his innate ability is not very good. Which, for those of you that don't remember it, it is the you receive 50% of your stat growth at half levels. It's just like, I don't know. It's like so weird. Like, I know it matters, but at the same time, it's like, ooh, I just got 1 strength and 1 agility, like in the laning stage, you know, for like a minute before you did. It just doesn't feel, I don't know. It just feels so weird, you know? And then Ebb is just like what his old stuff gave him anyways. Flow is the cool thing, which they didn't even change, and I'm pretty sure Flow is bad, so that feels really weird to me. I mean, technically this works with Flow, but I don't really know if that's enough. But I guess it does make Waveform a lot better, because Morphling does not have a farming tool to start besides having insanely high agility, which gives him good damage and attack speed. And it was a pretty good farming tool, I guess. But he had no like natural AoE. Or like he did, but it wasn't like that much compared to like others. So now it's going to be even higher because it'll do some of his attack damage. So I mean that's good for Morphling. Oh yeah, buff my boy. What does he do? Ironwood Treant health increased. Holy shit. 200 more health. 200 more health on this Treant. Ironwood Tree max damage increased by what? 8 at level 1, 20 at max level. All right, this guy's a tank now. And then Sprout, oh sorry, I forgot to zoom in again. Sprout now goes up to 280 nuke damage. Let me see my tanky boy. The downside of this talent is that I think Treant Scouting is actually really useful as a part of this hero, and to lose it kind of sucks. But the fact that it's reinforced makes it really interesting in terms of potentially ratting towers, but also just, oh my god, it got destroyed by that tower. I forgot the tower also does bonus damage to the Treant. Okay, but the creeps do like nothing to it, right? Yeah, the creeps do like very little to the Treant now. This is a level 1 Treant. Okay, the tower's not so bad versus the level 4 Treant. But that is a pretty tanky... Like, the old Treants used to take that much damage, and you had like 10 of them. But it does do a lot of damage. Now, this is my level 1 Treant. Get out of here. How much damage do you do to it now? 100 damage per hit. My god. Holy shit, look at that thing get chunked. I'm kind of willing to explore this a little bit. I still don't think it's going to be as good, but I'm kind of curious. Did Legion get nerfed? Yes. 50% off Stonehall. But I didn't actually... Let's see what it looks like practically now. You can maybe ignore W now that doesn't give stats. Well, yes, but the teleport's still really good, and it actually has a better cooldown than it used to. It's back to the old 20 seconds at max level. So I actually think it might still be pretty interesting to max, but I haven't decided and tried yet. So now when you hit just 2 heroes, it is level 1, only 88 damage barrier, which is a lot more manageable in the laning stage. But let's say there's a creep wave as well. 129. That's much more manageable for like level 1. I always do this when we demo stuff. I get the levels and I forget to actually level the ability. Okay, we only had 2 creeps that time. Let's just go ahead and max it now. Let's say there's like a 3rd hero in an early skirmish. Boom, 500. It's still really good, guys. It's still pretty good. It might need to be nerfed more. I think for level 1, the level 1 is fine. The higher levels, it's pretty crazy that you can press Q. That was only 3 heroes, guys. That was like no creeps. It could have been like 5 heroes. You get some pretty high barriers. I guess it doesn't work on illusions anymore, which was adding a lot of damage. Or a lot of barrier. So maybe that's kind of okay. Oh, I scrolled too far. Where were we? That was Nature's, okay. Necrophos, Profane, Potency, Sadist, AoE bonus. Reduced by 10. I didn't get to play him yet, but I think that should still be a good facet. Is it viable to max Ironwood Treant? I'm not sure yet. I think I have a feeling that as a core hero, you would get 1 value point in teleport and max Q and E first for the laning stage. And like once you hopefully win the lane, you have a powerful treant to help you push things. And I need to do a little testing to see like how good the treant is in terms of like helping you in the lane, or whether you just want the sprout nuke damage. Support treant I think would probably still max sprout and teleport, because you want to show up to a lot of fights. And well, maybe you could just take 1 point in sprout and max E for like the actual tower push as you rotate around. This might be something we have to test. I like Nature's. I'm willing to lose some Nature's games to explore it. QE in lane. Maybe 1 point in W is pretty good. Like an early point's pretty good to show up to fights, or like you go home, you come back full health, stuff like that. So I think 1 point's probably still fine, but yeah, I'll have to let me think on that, and then I'll probably try it a bit tomorrow. Or not. I don't think I was even thinking like maybe we read through the patch and play a game. I don't know, guys. I'm pretty tired. Well, it might have to wait till tomorrow. Night Stalker base HP regen reduced by 0.5, and his level 15 talent Dark Ascension reduced by 5. I think he'll still be good. This Night Rain facet is pretty strong. Now, I say that I don't think I've even had a Night Stalker in my game yet, and I haven't played him. But just from seeing it in action through like some replays, and the theory of it is really interesting. One, just because like the day night cycle is such a big part of Dota, and now it's like being flipped. But also you're just getting like 22 move speed, 20 attack speed that you didn't used to have, 40 attack speed like once you level it up further. You get the more powerful like Void and Crippling Fear for the first 5 minutes. So he used to be a hero who had like a really weak laning stage you would try to punish, and if you punish it hard enough, he had to use the first nighttime just trying to recover. But if you didn't punish him hard enough in the first day, he hit that night cycle, and then he kind of like wrecked you. You are missing that a little bit, but if you have a strong enough laning stage off the first 5 minutes, that puts you close to your ultimate anyways, which means then you can just pop the ult and kill them, even though it's now daytime, right, in that first phase. So I think this Night Rain is like a really interesting one. And it also extends the nighttime a little bit, which he likes. So I actually am surprised it's not nerfed more. One game, we'll see. We'll think about it. Let's finish reading and see where we're at. Omni Knight, Hammer of Purity, damage increased from 50, 75, 100, 125 to 55, 80, 105, 130. So 5% more. Sure. Bonus base damage rescaled from 60, 80, 100, 120 to 55. So this ability is now a little bit worse at level 1. I'm actually not sure where it falls level 1 without doing the math, but at max level, it's definitely better than it used to be. It will do a good chunk more as the game goes on. Like in the early game, it's probably not terribly noticeable, probably like 5-10 extra damage. But in that mid to late game section, is going to be hitting a good chunk harder. At least for core Omni Knight. Yo, welcome. Thanks for following. The Midnight Stream. OD, base armor reduced by 1. Didn't he like just get that armor? Am I crazy? Oh no, his armor was actually decreased in that last one. Okay. I thought he like just got armor and they like took it away. They're like, that was a mistake. Nah, I mean his other changes were really good for him. He's been doing pretty decent. But I didn't think he was as broken as other mids to need like an immediate nerf. But I mean, whatever. I don't mind that much. Pango, please let him. It's only been a week. Please don't bring him back already. Double jump, maximum damage increased from 30 to 50%. Maximum barrier increased from 30 to 50%. Shield crash damage up by 10. Please take it slow. Please. Please let him be out of the meta for more than a week. Don't bring him back so soon. Don't bring him back so soon. Let him be a support at least instead of a mid. Please keep him. He needs a buff. He's really bad right now, but I don't want to see him in the meta again so soon. Please. Phantom Assassin, Methodical, Stifling Dagger counts as 2 attacks. Okay, I think that's cool. It was really weird that this hero known for like RNG crits to just win the game, suddenly it was like, no, don't. But I think that's actually part of her strength is that she can just like randomly crit and kill. It's like really frustrating when it's not your team, but it's awesome when it is. And you're losing, and then suddenly she like double crits the carry back to back, and you win when you're like been so behind. You're like, hell yeah. Again, really frustrating. So the fact to turn it Methodical is like really weird. And it was like hard. Because it was like 6 attacks or something with Methodical. Yeah, it's 6 attacks on a hero or 4 on a non-hero. There was a chance you crit 3 times in the past. I mean, it's low, but like it could have happened. So yeah, Methodical was like kind of weird to me. So I think 2 attacks on a Stifling Dagger makes sense. I don't know if it's enough, but it's an interesting idea, I guess. But I actually don't love it. I think certain heroes who have like big RNG, I like it. In the same way Chaos Knight became more standardized, I don't want Phantom Assassin to become too standardized. Like, I think it's like fun, the RNG. Pudge, fresh meat facet, bonus strength per tick reduced. Wow. That's a lot for level 1, like relatively. 66% nerf. So it's 2 at all levels. And Flayer's hook, meat hook, distance as damage increased. What is this? 2% at level 1. By the end, it's 5%. Okay, this was the worst facet. Not like the worst in the game. I mean, like, his not as good facet compared to this one. Sand King. Dust Devil Sandstorm now no longer gets destroyed if left by Sand King and keeps following him if he... Oh, wait a minute. So, like, I can just go. Wait. Why? Oh, shit. Wait, guys. This seems good. This seems... Hang on. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, wait a minute. There's gotta be some cool uses of this for, like, teleporting across the map. Just like, see ya, suckers. Oh, I was wondering why I didn't stun them. It's because I have no points in Burrow Strike, I think. How come it's not stunning these guys? Oh, there we go. Okay, I think I didn't have any points in Burrow Strike yet. Wait a minute, guys. This seems like there's a way to abuse this shit. I feel like that should have hit them more. This is like, you know that stupid, what's the Wild Wing tornado? And it just used to follow you. It used to be a lot faster. And you would just send the tornado at people. Now you like, now you press W at the twin gate and you twin gate over, and suddenly the whole enemy team just has to watch this sandstorm cross the map, stunning everyone along the way. Wait, we gotta go look at this. We gotta go see if it works on the twin gate. That's so funny. You can push out 3 lanes in one go, maybe, if you're lucky with like the positioning. Wait, I don't care about
Can
who
you
are these
TP
people.
to a tower and have it move?
It should work. Let's go check it in this lobby here. And then you twin gate back. Yes. Yes. Hold on. Or wait. Oh, I'm excited by this. Okay. Let's level up a bit. Let's sandstorm DPS, stinger, this shit. Yeah. Give me all this. Let's get an Ags. Oh, that was the wrong one. What's up, Jupiter? Yeah, I know. This one's really exciting. What's up? Why did I do that? Is it going? Did it stop? Oh, wait. Am I on the wrong one? No, I had the right one. When I burrow strike, it follows me. Like, instantly. I forgot they changed that. Let's try the TP home. Aw, it just stops, guys. Damn. I thought we could do such cool stuff. You could be like over here, press W, TP home, and just like farm everything along the way. Or like twin gate, bring it across the jungle, across like 3 lanes. Damn. I mean, this is still pretty good though, right? Like, what is this called?
Recall or Wisp relocate?
It's probably the same even with those because it's just like any teleport. But still, this seems pretty useful. You just get a tornado following me. You know, now we just get to follow heroes. Or follow... Yeah, we can just, like, follow heroes around. Get them, Sandstorm. Get them. I just move to the next one. Okay, that one wasn't so fast. This is interesting. I don't know how good that'll be, but I think it's funny, and we'll definitely get to see some funny stuff out of it.
Sorry I came late to the stream. What do you think about my boy Chen? Does the small buff make him viable?
No. I'm sorry, practice man. 20 HP on a creep at level 1? I don't know. It is the saddest buff, I feel like. It seems so minimal. I don't get it. I don't understand. Yeah, I mean, I just don't. I think he needs more. He needs more than that. But I mean, I'm not the Chen player. I could be wrong, I guess, but it just seems so little. Shadow Shaman definitely needs a nerf. Shackle, damage decreased. Looks like 5 per level, so it's 20 at max. That's fine with me. Foul play, cooldown increased by 30 seconds. Okay, that's pretty reasonable. I think it needs more personally, but Shadow Shaman's kind of fun to play, so I don't mind getting to play him longer. Slark, Barracuda, movement speed increased 2% at level 1, and it's the same at the end. And HP regen, an extra 2 at level. I say level 1. It's like what you just start with. Is there a world for support Slark? Barracuda lingers after being revealed to the enemy if Slark is not nearby allied heroes. How long does it linger? 0.5. That's so little, actually. I guess it goes up to 2 by the end. That's like 5 extra health at the early levels. This is extra stacks. So what would the idea behind support Slark be? Lane bully, and then shard. Wait, why am I taking all that? I need him to do more damage to me. And then you're like, oh god, I'm low. I'm support Slark. 1 second, teammate. Hold on, carry. Almost there. All right, let's go. That's I mean, it's a good chunk of regen, but having to be out of the lane so long. Let's say you go do a pull, that's like a 20-second excursion. I mean, I guess. Probably better on the Radiant side, because you can break vision easier in that lane. Dire side, the Dire safe lane, Radiant off lane, the way it's set up, it's a little easier to see across, I feel like, and not have your vision broken. I think the Radiant side, Radiant safe lane, Dire off lane, bottom right, is a little easier to constantly break vision and heal up chunk by chunk. It's kind of tempting, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I actually like the concept of Slark, but I don't play carry, right? So I never really play him. And he's a hero you kind of have to know your limits to like really get out of it. So it's hard to just like play a game here and there with him without mega griefing. But I actually like him. So I'm tempted to try to like play support, but I don't know if that's like really enough here. Maybe if this Dark Reef Renegade linger time was a little higher. That might make it easier to like weave in and out of the laning stage. Snapfire, base damage increased by, what is this, 3 on average? Yeah, it looks like an average of 3. And then Lil Shredder base damage increased. Ooh, wait, I kind of enjoy Lil Shredder builds. Because you do percent. I guess you're literally getting like 1 extra damage per Little Shredder from your base. But now 5 per level, so that's 6 damage in total on 6 shots. That's like 36 extra damage on Little Shredder now. Say we do full bore. That's not as much as I thought, actually. Oh, there we go. I must have just, like, missed an auto attack last time. I was like, how did I go to level 7 and it, like, only did 400 damage? 500 damage? Like, every 12 seconds with the negative armor and the base stats? And I actually had to have even more base stats. It's Blightstone. 550 damage? Maybe we have, like, Casual Circlet Bracer as well. What's the innate again? Right, it sometimes does more or less. I forgot. So that's why Little Shredder is sometimes doing more or less damage. I love a good RNG. Maybe tomorrow we try a Little Shredder build. Do we even need full bore with a Little Shredder build, actually? Maybe Ricochet 2 with Lil Shredder build. Maybe I should be doing this as a, it's like an off-lane thing. Level 1 Snapfire walks into lane like this. Wait, did I even see... Where's the Ricochet 2? How do I get this to happen? One of these will happen eventually, right? Oh, there needs to be nearby enemies. For some reason, I was thinking about the trees. That's Hoodwink. Tickle that man. And then we end up with, like, let's say, like, 2 bracers. This Ricochet talent is currently not impressing me. Or misses an attack. Is that better when there's, like, evasion? Debuff DPS. Am I missing something? Is Ricochet, like, garbage? I guess if I have more damage, it's better, but... It's awful? It seems awful. Get a Deso? Alright, let's say we're, like, late game situation, because early game it seems bad. Let's, like, bump up this number. Yeah. Hit me with the stuffs. What's a late game? BKB. Let's actually just try with this first. You guys need to tank up. It's like not too bad, I guess. Although I kind of feel like it's the multi-shot putting in the work there. So Ricochet is probably not very good in the early game, but it does have the scaling potential in the late game. let's go through the rest of the stuff. I'm gonna think on that. I do like Snapfire as a core. Could be fun. Spectre, Forsaken. Desolate damage when non-hero units are nearby increased from 40 to 50. Okay. Storm Spirit, base mana regen reduced from 0.6 to 0.2. Shock Collar, enemy overload duration decreased from 6 to 5. Okay. Sven, base strength increased by 4. Bonus damage increased by 10% flat. Why did Sven drop off so much? Did they nerf him with something? He just didn't get anything, actually. What's this? What are his facets again? Heavy Plate. Warcry provides a physical damage barrier. Wrath of God. Sven gains additional attack damage from strength, but has decreased base damage. Oh, right. These were, like, weird. How much base damage do you start with? Allegedly, they stealth removed strength from one of his skills. Oh, Great Cleave. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh my god, I have nothing. Wait, where's this 10 damage coming from? From this? 0.4. How quickly does this scale up? And what is this tied to? God strength? Would you take attributes to get more out of this? Oh, maybe you're like an armlet builder again. From 0.4 to 0.7. How much base strength do I have? 140? $155. Now, some of this damage is coming from the armlet, but actually, let's just remove armlet. So this is all just strength. Oh wait, these have a little bit of bonus, but this is like 82 damage from 117 strength. I mean, it's a lot of bonus damage, but you have to get through the early lane missing 25 base damage, which I guess we saw you got like 10 bonus damage back. So it's more like 15 less damage. That's a pretty cool idea. Techies. Yeah, he needs this. He needs something because his laning stage really got hurt by losing 150 attack range. So more HP regen will help him deal with all the extra damage he's taking from being up so close. TA, shield per instance decreased. Yes, decreased. This is too good. Psyblade range reduced. Wow, 200 at level 1. Which is fair because this is like the level 0 actually, not even leveling up. It's the free point you get. I'm okay with that. I think that's good. And at max level, it's 50 less than it used to be. Meld damage decreased from 80, 140, 200, 260 to oh wow, 10 less damage at level 1, not the end of the world, but 25 damage at max level is interesting. It's adding up. Are you aware of the Grim Fine Arts trick in side lane? I am not aware. Let me think what that could be. As in, maybe you could loop through jungle camps? I hadn't thought of that until you mentioned having a trick. Is that what you mean? Oh, yeah. There you go. I hadn't tried that. Let's go test that after that. That's a cool idea. Terrorblade, Soul Fragment, Conjure Image, current HP cost reduced from 20 to 15. I honestly don't understand this at all. I don't understand why they put a health cost on it for the facet. I don't get it. I also don't fully understand, like, why does it even matter if the illusion is at, like, full health? It's not like Terrorblade typically runs around at 10 health and your illusions suck anyways. Like, Carry Terrorblade barely takes damage from jungling because he's so high armor and he uses the illusions to tank anyways. So, like, I don't really get this. Is there a Terrorblade player that can explain, like, if this is any good? Because to me, it's, like, so weird. I don't get it at all. There's no minimum health threshold for sundered enemies. They want you to summon illusions mid-fight to sunder them. Oh, okay. I guess I can kind of see that. But, man, you know, that's, like, so weird. So weird on the facet alone. %25 damage bonus. But it's an illusion, so it's, like, not that great anyways. I'm, like, kind of okay with this idea on the innate ability, but these numbers seem wrong. Maybe reduced penalty or increased damage bonus, if not a mix. All right, what's the rest? Okay, Tinker, he needs something. I would love to try off lane or support Tinker who can use healing bots plus Greaves, pipe, like something along that line, like auras, low cooldown, so you can actually, like, repeatedly heal people with mech and stuff. Okay, Translocator applies a strong dispel to Tinker before blinking. Ooh. Wait, does this only apply to Tinker? It doesn't work on teammates? Maybe not. We'll test that in a moment. Blink random direction angle reduced. Okay. Blink distance increased. So a better chance of getting away in a direction you want and potentially removing stuns and stuff from yourself to actually help you get away. Intelligence per 1% item CDR reduced from 4 to 3. This is good because the cap is 60%, so you needed 240 intelligence. It is so hard to get that level of intelligence. So they just cut that down to 180, which is still a lot, but it's way more feasible than 240. March of the Machines, mana cost 20 off at flat across the levels. It's pretty big. And the damage increased by 1 scaling. So 17 at level 1, but 44 at max. And that's damage per robot, by the way. So depending how many robots you get hit by, that could be, like, let's say you get hit by, like, 10 robots, that's like 40 extra damage. Keen Conveyance channel time. Ooh, brought down like a full second. It's now flat 3 seconds. Warp Flare. I don't think I've seen a single Warp Flare. Ever since this is introduced, I do not think I've seen a single Tinker pick up Warp Flare. But it's 20 mana less now, guys. Thank God. Maybe a support Tinker, we could try it. I don't know. It's, like, so weird. Rearm mana, also 25 down. I thought they would buff repair bots. God, this still so meh. It's so meh. What is Warp Flare? Let me show you. I'm coming to sneeze on you. No. I'm coming to sneeze on you. That's it. It does 150 damage. It knocks him back a little. I mean, not a little. Like, 600 is actually pretty a lot. I didn't realize it had 40% cast and attack range. Maybe a support Tinker could do this. I'm warming up to this idea of a support Tinker just sitting behind someone. Like, let's say we're support Tinker. Wait, let me redo that. I don't have the shard. Where am I gonna farm with March of the Machines, though? Would I buy a shard early? Probably not, because at the early game, you're not at the point where you need this yet. You probably pick this up later. Whatever, we'll just keep it there for now. And then you go... what? Let's say we went mech. And let's say we got some of this stuff. How much reduction are we at? From 50 to 40. So 10 seconds off the mech, even at just level 7. That's much better than what this just was before. And we have, like, we're protecting a sniper carry. No, don't kill my carry. Look at this repair bot heal, guys. Get away from him. Damn, died anyways. The repair bot heal is so bad. It's so bad. I know you can spam it, but it doesn't stack. Wait, maybe from separate cast it stacks? Let's check that. I don't think I remember to check that. If it does, maybe that's kind of good. It doesn't. So this is what I think, guys. I think the repair bots need to stack per bot that touches you. You can reduce it a lot. You can reduce it to whatever you need to be, but you need to be able to, like, make an unplayable zone for the enemy because they're taking damage and you're healing, and they should just, like, want to leave, you know? But currently, like, this, it does extra damage to enemies, but doesn't do extra healing, and I just feel like it's so meh. It's so meh. As I try to protect my sniper. Okay, what if I get Greaves? What's that cooldown? 30 seconds. Well, that's kind of good. What else can I get? Solar Crest, maybe? What the heck Solar Crest built out of? 11 seconds cooldown with 8 duration. Okay, you know, we're kind of getting somewhere. Hang on, guys. We're kind of getting somewhere. No! No! Killed him. Get to, like, level 18. Where are we at? 26-second cooldown. I need repair bots to be buffed a little bit, and then I'm willing to try a Tinker support or an offlane Tinker that does this stuff. Just a little bit, please. Midas with CDR? Maybe. God, we would absolutely be reported. Some guy looks over at my position 5 Tinker. I'm rushing a Midas, and I swear, guys, this will pay off in like 30 minutes. I'm definitely being reported. So, Kadelsky. The mech applies the debuff. The debuff is actually tied to the cooldown reduction. It's the only thing like that. Both, actually, not the only. Mech, Greaves, and Crimson Guard are the only things where that it has a debuff like that, so you can't be affected by multiple mechs, but it's tied to the cooldown. So if the cooldown is 50 seconds, you can't be affected by another one for 50 seconds. But if the cooldown is only 20 seconds, you can be affected by another one in 20 seconds. It's why Dazzle's one of his iterations where the ultimate reduced item cooldowns, it killed the mech and the Greaves purchases because when he had flat CDR, it would bring the cooldown to like 20 seconds and he could use it every 20 seconds. But when you have an ability that reduces the cooldown, but like the original cooldown is still 50 seconds, it means the debuff is still 50 seconds. And so you would like reduce your cooldown to like 30 seconds, but you were still affected by the debuff for 20 more seconds and you couldn't like use it again. But because Tinker's is cooldown reduction, you could, in theory, cast the mech more frequently and get the heal, which is like the idea behind this. I don't think it's good yet. I don't think like we can get there easily. Yeah, Pipe doesn't get the debuff because Pipe is stackable. But Crimson Guard and Greaves has it. Tiny mana cost increase from 90, 100, 110, 120. 5 more mana. Oh, wait, but it's scaling. Tiny has a small mana pool, so 20 more mana per avalanche at max level, which this is pretty common to max first. That's a lot. And Toss is also getting it. 15 more! Why did they do this to him? Well, I know the last patch was good in like other ways to him, but that's pretty painful for support Tiny. It's because Craggy Exterior is pretty good, I think. With the total attack damage reduction. It's not even base attack. It's like total attack damage that you could reduce up to like 50% if you can survive that many hits. That is a lot of extra mana cost on Tiny, though. Maybe they're trying to push Tiny back to being a core instead of support. Because support Tiny, like, lives and dies off of, like, Avalanche Toss combo. And that's 35 more mana per combo now. That's tough. Visage. Familiars now preserve their stone form alt cast mode when resummoned. Okay, that's like a quality of life thing. Stone form. Ability on Visage can now be casted. Shouldn't this just be cast? Can now be cast, even if Visage is silenced or stunned. Will not have an effect if familiars are silenced and stunned. Okay, another quality of life thing. On self and familiars have now immediate. Guys, is it late? I know it's late. Am I tired and unable to read, or like is the grammar here like really weird? The wording on self and familiars have now immediate cast behavior by default. Can be put in alt cast mode to become point targeted. It was released 10:30 p.m. on a Sunday holiday weekend. They have bad grammar. Okay. Void Spirit. Sanctuary Resonant Pulse base barrier reduced by 10 at level 1, but 40 at max level. Which one was Sanctuary again? It made Resonant Pulse be an all damage barrier instead of just physical damage. Warlock. Eldritch Summoning. Imp Explosions reduced. Looks like 20 damage at max level. Okay. Winter. Yes! Witch Doctor's not in here. Thank goodness. Witch Doctor video tomorrow, by the way, guys. Winter Wyvern. Dragon Sight. Damage per attack range rescaled. Quite a lot at early levels, but by the end it's the same. Scales with what? Winter's Curse? Okay. And Splinter Blast. Damage reduced. So 20 damage off flat. Wraith King. Oh, you guys can't see it. Wait. There we go. Wraith King. Aghanim's Spirit Wraith duration rescaled. Stronger at level 1, an extra half second, but a full second off at max level. Cursed Blade curse damage reduced by 20%. Fair. I think he has the highest win rate. I think he passed Juggernaut just today or yesterday. So a pretty hefty nerf is pretty reasonable. Vampiric Spirit, Wraith duration rescaled. Similar, okay. Half second better at level 1, but nerfed at max level. And Spectral Blade, base damage, 5 off at level 1, 20 off at max level. I think he'll still be a good hero. I think the ability to choose Spectral Blade or the boys is a really good flex for the hero. All right. I'm not gonna play a game, guys. Yeah, I'm way too tired. But let's think about like what's the best changes from this? Like, what does this mean? Can you check out the Grimstroke Stroke of Fate? Oh yeah. We can do that. We can do this while we think about the changes. So first, Eternal Shroud. Eternal Shroud nerf is significant. There are several OP heroes that build Eternal Shroud, such as Timbersaw and Centaur. Who else? I'm blanking, but I swear they exist. There are strong heroes that build Centaur or build Eternal Shroud. It's this one, right? Oh, I may not be in the right lane. How far can I reach this? Holy shit. Actually, it goes so far? Wait, when I was testing this, I don't think it went this far last time. Like, last time it had a similar total cast range, I thought. Maybe I'm misremembering. All right, so we stacked camp. Axe, where the hell are you? So Axe is here trying to lane. And I'm just like, no. Well, he doesn't look that good at level 1. Let's level up to like, let's get a second point in it. How much? What is that? I'm getting like 35 per target. Wait, I feel like it should be even higher. Oh my god, look at that. We weren't hitting all the jungle creeps, I guess. Oh, this is sick, actually. I can't believe I didn't think about this. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Oh my god, wait, this is so good. This is so fun. Oh man. Wait, this is also good because you don't care about blocking the camps now. Like, let's say you're playing position 5 Grimstroke. Please, by all means, stack that hard camp. Okay. Wait, how far can we reach with the small camp? What is this? This is insane range. This doesn't make any sense to me. This is wild. Wait, Axe died. I need him back. Create a new one over here. Let's give him a heart so he doesn't die so easily next time. Here I am, just playing the lane. Oh, wait, okay, I'm a little further back. I'm, like, poking at the enemy support. Ho, 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 ha, ha, ha. I'm scared of you. What? How come it didn't turn around? What just happened? Maybe I messed up the vector targeting. I need to spawn my new neutrals now. I mean, now my carries think I'm gonna be stacking for them. I'm over here jungling. What? That's not where I aimed it. Oh my god. That was like 600 damage. Wait. Can I reach back here? Holy shit. How far does this go? Just not far enough. Wait, can I go like, Oh, that's kind of reaching. Or like in a Roche fight, you're setting up down here for a Roche fight. You can do something like... Interesting. It doesn't go nearly as far, depending on your angle. And I guess the logic is like, so this is my max range over here. So when I send it this way, it's going like all the way back over here. This is insane range. They need to nerf that shit. That doesn't make any sense. And that's why, like, I can reach this small camp. Yeah, it's like reaching... Wait, so if I get Aether Lens... what's another... Hell yeah. So first of all, forget lane harass. Here I am just jungling.
Alt-right click skill so we can see range.
Oh yeah, good call, good call. Ooh, wait, there are talents for this too, right? I don't think any at level 10. Yeah, but level 20 and 25. Oops. My god. A little journey around the world here. Oh, I guess I have an Aether Lens and the thing. Wait, come back. How come it's not working? Vector target. What is that shit? Holy shit. Oh my god. Wait. How can we use this? How can we use this? Late game situation. I don't understand this direct. Sometimes the angle's like very funny. I'm sitting in my base. Ooh. Oh. Well, I mean, this is like level 25, so the situation's pretty rare, but... I missed. Oh, I didn't miss. No. I'm like farming. I'm clearing multiple waves. Look, we're de-pushing this wave while like de-pushing that wave. This is crazy. This is actually insane. I mean, I always, like, this talent always made it go far, but I didn't think about it with fine art. We're gonna have to try this. I don't know. Is there a reset command for my levels? I don't think so. Obviously, we wouldn't have this level of extended range until level 25, but in the lane, using these camps should be pretty doable. Especially this one. Because if I'm like standing here as Grimstroke position 4, or here as position 5, right? I can just like swing it through. Sorry, someone just asked. I remember someone asking me about the Ink Trail innate ability, and I just forgot to talk about it. I'm pretty sure when we just attack heroes, we just keep sight of them. So, like, and then she, like, tries to run away, but we just see her for 4 more seconds. And I guess if I attack one more time, boom, continues to last. So this will just help, like, especially in the side lanes, running through trees, it'll help you. Or if you're chasing someone, you can kind of know which way they're juking, stuff like that. It's a cool innate ability. I think for support Grimstroke, you're probably making the most use of it in the laning stage. And after that, it's a little hit or miss. Because you're not usually aiming to be right-clicking heroes, especially in, like, late-game fights. You're kind of standing out of sight. All right, we're definitely playing Grimstroke tomorrow.
Can you try stacking triangle with it?
Oops.
Would be cool.
I mean, you can stack triangle even without the Q. The real goal is to stack like 6 different camps in the other jungle. Hold on, I guess we didn't leave yet. Let me add him to this list before I forget. Grimstroke. I actually really like Grimstroke, but before I became a content creator, I actually spammed a bunch of Grimstroke. You can see like I'm level 17 with him, but since that point, he got nerfed really hard and he stopped being good. So I like barely play him nowadays. But this fine art stuff, now that you've given me this idea, sounds hilarious. Oh, but I'm already level 25 in this demo lobby. I have like way too much attack range or way too much Q range. But maybe you could do something like, maybe you'd be able to like stack like this and then like hit this. Blink is pretty common to build on Grimstroke. Well, maybe if I'm not planning to Stroke of Fate from 5 miles away, maybe I'm not doing that anymore. Aether Lens, baby. But if you do go Blink, where can we make the most use of this? Ooh, at level 25? At level 25? Stroking through 3 camps. Let's go. Stroking people all over the place. Oh, and late game team fights around Roche. Just like sit over here. I'm helping. Wait, I guess I should have done it from this angle, actually. This range is silly. Well, keep in mind, this is a level 25 talent, so it should be crazy. But even without it, the fact that it can go... So, without the talent, our max cast range is more like here to here. So the fact that it can still go like this is pretty absurd, which is what allows us to stand in the lane and then, like, dip through the small camp and swing back this way. The issue with this trick, though, is that we are going to steal a lot of farm. Man, are we going to steal a lot of farm. Wait, what about mid Grimstroke? That used to be a thing. So what if you're, like, over here, and you're stacking this hard camp, and now you're just, like, swinging in through here? I guess I can't do it because I'm not this Grimstroke. He's a bot. But he's got the wrong one. How do I... Grimestroke. What's this facet called? Who am I again? I've never used... They told me you could do this. Does anyone know how this works? Huh, I guess that one didn't work. Okay, well, let's just use the cast range of this because the cast range is the same. But like as mid Grimstroke, you could stand here and then like swing all the way back into the mid lane like this. Or I guess if you were Dire side, could maybe do something similar from here, like hit this camp, swing into mid. From Dire, could you do anything similar? No, there's no camp near Dire, so it would have to be this camp, no matter what side you're on. Create Hero Grimstroke 2. That's like way easier. Nice. Thank you, thank you. Actually, I don't need to be max level. I don't know why I gave myself such a high level. Put our Tinker here so we can kill him off. Some melee hero is trying to last hit peacefully. I say no. And you just get this stacked a couple times. So now we're like level 3. Wait, if we can get this camp stacked like 3 times. It's not that bad to stack this camp, actually. Especially as a long range here like Grimstroke. Satisfying. But what's the build after that? Phantom's Embrace DPS, E-Blade. Oh, wait, E-Blade out of... Oh, guys, we're cooking. Let's go into a demo, actually, so we can buy stuff easier. Because E-Blade gives you the cast range, and it prevents people from attacking, so that you can take the level 10... Level 10, what's it called? Damage. Let's see. Our starting stats are a little bit low. That's okay. Stroke of Fate will carry us through. Ah, I messed that up. Here. Okay. So now... I don't know if you get Arcane Boots or you would get Power Treads. But you would get E-Blade. That's all I know. That's all I know. Sniper's not the best example. Sniper has like 2 little health. Still, that's a lot of damage for just a casual combo. Go stand near some creeps. That was a big hit, guys. That was a big hit. E-Blade Dagon? I don't remember what the rest of the build was. I think maybe there's a blink involved. Dagon does sound funny. Is this who I want to be? Maybe Spirit Vessel makes sense. If you're playing to go around killing people like this. You got the E-Blade to amp it up. Or just like Octarine to like snipe shit around more. Soulbind damage. I guess so. 15 talent seems awkward for core Grimstroke. I don't know what to do with that. Ooh, maybe I could play offlane Grimstroke. Well, the issue with offlane Grimstroke is that we don't actually initiate. It's kind of awkward. Kaya? I guess so. Ooh, wait, let's see the cast speed. Which one has it? Yasha Kaya. I don't think it matters for Grimstroke. I mean, it's going out a little faster, sure, but... Wow, we are definitely going to mess up, like, the curve on this ability quite a lot. We probably just use this in the laning stage with a stacked camp as a support, 4 or 5, and then if it goes late and we get to be greedy, then so be it. I don't think I'll try to play mid Grimstroke, at least not yet. Let's warm up on support Grimstroke, perhaps. I don't think this one's necessary. Kaya Sange probably makes more sense. Ooh, because then you can also tank more as you, like, Inkswell run in at people. Actually, I guess you just get, like, a Hex, don't you? So you can double Hex people. Do they get hit by Stroke of Fate twice? I don't think so. Oh, that was not the best angle. What am I doing here? How come I can't seem to get it? No! Let me hit you twice. I guess it has to be in like a small curve. It doesn't seem to look like it hits twice. Atos? Maybe. Blink Vessel E-Blade. What's the combo? Because the E-Blade is what prevents them from killing the Phantom's Embrace. What do you do prior to that as the mid Grimstroke? Just run next to them with the Inkswell? And then, like, Spirit Vessel them? Need to be able to pop E when you're core. I guess that does make sense. Well, I guess we'll have to try it as support first with this Stroke of Fate Fine Art. Oh, I can't wait to stack the enemy camps for them tomorrow. All right, let's throw this shit in the list. Okay, we did. What else from this patch? I'm just going to do the theory crafting tonight. We'll play tomorrow. Wait, did Timber get a nerf? What the what? I guess Ghost Scepter got, or not Ghost Scepter, Eternal Shroud got nerfed. I thought Timber would get a nerf. It's weird. Crafting on Silencer. I don't know if it'll be any good, but I know people were talking about Mask of Madness Silencer core. I guess it doesn't have to be a core, but I think it makes the most sense as a core, which I've been wanting to try but haven't gotten around to. Backpack techies plus neutral items. Yeah, I think that one's good. I think he needs a slight stronger buff. I don't know if 0.75 HP regen is enough to compensate for a loss of 150 attack range, but I do think the neutrals in the backpack is good. This nerf to Eternal Shroud, is it enough? Well, I do think it's like a good direction for the item because it's like too strong. If you meant, is it enough to nerf a hero like Timber? Probably not. Timber also needed like a little bit of his own nerf, I think, but never mind, I guess. Yeah, I guess Force Staff got nerfed. That one's kind of weird. Oh yeah, Pudge Core is another one you can buy, Eternal Shroud. I feel like not only is the base regen needed to be nerfed, but this scaling element. It used to be... Oh, wait, let me think. Was it before Resistances or after? And then it got changed. But I think they should revert it to the other direction. After Resistances makes more sense as a nerf. Before Resistances, I think it's fine, but then like bump this number up a little bit. Because currently part of the issue is like Eternal Shroud picks up this extra stacks like way too quickly. Who else got changed? Oh yeah, Death Prophet. I liked that Death Prophet change. Oh yeah, the natures. We'll have to theory craft that a little. I'll have to think on that. Snapfire little shredder build. I don't know what position I will do that in. I feel like it would make most sense as an off lane. But I feel like support could probably get away with it too. DP got buffed a lot. Well, the Facets got buffed. Indirectly nerfed that she was also an Eternal Shroud builder, but the Facets did get stronger. You think DK Poison Facet can still work? I think so. I think he had a positive win rate, so a nerf is fair. I haven't seen it in action yet, though. And my idea for support Wraith King or DK is going down the drain with that nerf. But maybe the ice one could be good. Invoker support. I did want to try that. I still want to try Alk support as well. I don't know what to buy with my potential bonus starting gold, though. Or maybe I'm taking Mixologist anyways. So what is it usually? Wait. The other one was 15. While Alchemist is affected... Oh, I have to be affected by Chemical Rage. Never mind. I guess we're taking the bonus gold. .5 seconds. Well, maybe that's still good for a support Alchemist. And what does this one do? 17.5 seconds. The duration's 10. So I sit in... So there I am. Support Alchemist. Actually, maybe I would put this here. The fight breaks out. Here you go, ally. Hit that guy. Here's your negative armor as well. Get him. Get him faster. Oh, I didn't. I was A-clicking. Or we start with 250 extra starting gold, putting us at 850. What can we build with that? Is there any, like, really game-changing items? Could start with Soul Ring, but you don't have the health for it. I know there's the bottle, like, give the bottle to the mid. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't have a lot of gold left after that for my own lane. I guess regen might be the best thing I could buy. Mana regen, because all you do as a support is kind of like spam out Unstable Concoction and then whack them once or twice. I could start with a Bassi. Maybe if my mid laner bought 2 sentries for me, so then the bottle isn't really costing me 675, it's 575. I could probably make it work with the rest if I just buy a bunch of Iron Branches. Like a bunch of Tangos and Iron Branches. Oh, if I started with a Null Talisman. That could be good. 1 mana regen. It's technically less than the Bassi, but the 5 int makes it pretty close. And I would get some other stats as well. And we would bump up our bonus mana, and then this will double in value later. I don't know if I'm really buying Arcane Boots from a Bassi, but I don't hate it, actually, because that's all we do. What's even the build? Aghanims now? What do I get for giving people ags again? I get bonus damage and spell amp, but I have to use an Aghanims on myself as well. Meh. I could almost start with an Orb of Corrosion. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. I could start with boots and still have items. Maybe a Blightstone against the right heroes, because that would be 5 armor reduction. Well, I'm not starting with Acid Spray. I'm starting with the Bomb. Could almost get a Helm of the Iron Will. Ooh, could get a Ring of Health, actually. But it doesn't really make much sense to me. Offlane Alchemist? Rush the Vanguard? Unkillable? Nah. Don't worry. I'm buying this. I'm buying this for Orba Corrosion. Secretly buys Midas. There you go. There's the idea. Okay, we got some fun ones to try tomorrow, I think. We will do... we still have Bounty on the list. Where is he? He's not even on here anymore. We have Bounty to try with the pass-through. We have Alchemist support, Grimstroke support. Let me move Grimstroke down here. He can do both, but I'll remember it more for 5. I don't know if Alch support's better as 4 or 5, but I think you could do either. We'll try it. You mean today? I guess so. I'll see you guys in about, like, what? 9 hours?
Read us a bedtime story, Papa Zach. Tilda, tilde, Z's, tilde, tilde.
There once was a barnacle. It was so ugly. Everyone died. The end. Whoa, who's that? Thank you. Whoa. Stuart Brown. Hey, thanks for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Good morning. Hey, Guessly. Yeah, we're about to stop. It's because the patch just came out. So I wanted to take a look, read it, and we'll try it tomorrow.
No, how can a barnacle be so ugly? I'll have nightmares.
It's got to have a happy ending. But they weren't actually dead. They came back. The end. You get to do a second raid in one day, guys. Isn't that crazy? 2 raids. What are the Pugna changes? No changes to Pugna. Not in 7.36a anyways. No changes. Oh yeah, the Sand King one seemed interesting. I forgot about that one. In the last one, you mean 7.36. Here you go. Oblivion Savant. You can use any items and spells while channeling, which is kind of nifty. And then Facet. You heal off of what Nether Ward does. Or you do more spell amp for every tower you take. Which, this one is pretty interesting. I don't know if it's worth it. Because, you know, let's say you take like 3 towers. 4.5. I mean, it's not bad, I guess, but it does potentially add up. Yes, everyone had... He had Wraith King Aghanims. Indeed. Thank goodness Wraith King was a broken hero and the Barnacles were all fine. All right. I am asleep. Let's go... I Annihilate. How about that? Thoughts on Brewmaster changes? He didn't get any in, What am I typing? In A, right? It's just these changes? I don't even know. I'm surprised this wasn't better. I thought this would be good. But maybe the nerfs to some of this, I think it got nerfed. Maybe some of this didn't get nerfed. I thought the evasion got nerfed or something. Evasion. Oh, it ends up being the same, actually. This one can only... I don't think that's a huge deal. Wait, how is he doing? How is Brewmaster doing? Because he was in a pretty good spot before. His win rate dropped a little bit. What hurt his win rate? Damage from Thunderclaps down a little bit. Oh, the movement slows a lot. The level 1 on Thunderclap is worse, and a lot of pros would actually leave Thunderclap at level 1 and even take like points and attribute before. Let's see, earth damage nerfed a little bit. Oh, Windwalk. Oh yeah, the massive cooldown now. And the time you can cyclone people nerfed a lot as well. Oh, that was a pretty big nerf to the hero, actually. Taking someone out for 5 seconds was a big deal. Maybe that's the issue. This sounded cool. I didn't actually like test the damage that much, but it seemed like an easier way to like do a lot of damage. But now that I remember he got nerfed on those other elements, that kind of starts to make sense. Okay, guys. We're going to go raid. I Annihilate. I'm going to go to sleep. And then you'll see me again in like, I don't know, 8 hours or something. And we'll be playing Snapfire with Little Shredder. We'll be playing, what else? Maybe some support bounty, support Alk. Oh, the Grimstroke. I'm really excited for Grimstroke in one of the safe lane, side lanes. That should be a lot of fun. RB Sire, thanks for watching. Yeah, I think Veno support with Patient Zero is pretty good. Keep doing that. I think it's... I've been liking it. When I see it in games, it like seems really strong too. Thanks everyone for tuning in for a surprise late night stream for the patch. I'll see you all tomorrow, later today, I guess. Bye, everybody.